episode of Techie Hub.
What? Didn't we agree on
That's the name we're going with, okay?
Didn't we agree on the chick bunch?
Oh, I mean, Techie Bunch, sorry, forgive me. My memory ain't so good. So I'm your host, Emil, and today in the studio, I'm going to be joined with Jasmine and Yucca from EPF.
What's up?
Hi, guys.
So if you guys want to tell me just a bit about yourselves.
Yes, thank you, Emil. So, my name is Jasmine Mokwena. I'm the head of marketing for EPF, Empire Partner Foundation. And I am very grateful to have this opportunity to be on this podcast.
Alright guys, what's up? I'm Yucca, I'm the head of Digital Citizen in the Innovation Campus, and I'm a copywriter for EPF.
That's great. I guess my first question is, how do you guys like working for EPF?
So I got here about 4 months ago, and since I started, I've learned a couple things, business-wise, marketing-wise, interacting with people in general, and I think I've had a great experience so far.
Good. How about you, Jasmine?
Yeah, no, same. I mean, the environment here, the atmosphere is amazing, honestly. And EPF is just so open to giving opportunities to people. It's given me an opportunity to show my talents and to help make a contribution to changing the world, making it a better place. But EPF as a whole, I mean, even just working at the offices, it's such a great vibe, it's such a great atmosphere, and it's such an inclusive environment as well. So I'm really grateful to work with such great people.
That's amazing to hear. Personally, I also work with EPF. I didn't mention that because, well, I guess this is my job, but I guess my opinion with EPF, it's a place full of young minds, ready to take on the world, challenge by challenge, get ready to just conquer each day. But now my question is, and I think a lot of people also want to know, what's the one thing you don't like about EPF?
Quite honestly, I don't think that there's anything that I've found that I don't like. I've never experienced anything uncomfortable or anything that makes me feel different about the office. I feel great, honestly.
Same. Like, even now, I'm just trying to think hard, and I'm not just saying that to sound nice or anything, but I genuinely love this job. Even when there are challenges, I'm addicted to those challenges, because when you get over those challenges, you come out strong. And at the end of the day, a person just wants to grow, really wants to be great. So sometimes you can't be great without experiencing challenges, but it's not a complaint. It's really something I'm grateful for, really, honestly.
I think that's an amazing thing about working here, especially a job where you don't see any issues or having problems with anything, is where you can just grow and actually become a better person for yourself and in the workplace.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I guess since you guys both are women, or is that right, correct for saying?
No, I identify as non-binary.
Oh, that's great. What are your pronouns then?
She, they.
She and they. Great. I'll start using them. Sorry, I'm still trying to get a whole used to this whole new thing with gender. It's not
No
used to it
worries,
yet.
you're good.
So I guess my question is, how does it feel to be a woman in the tech field? Is it challenging? Is it motivating? Does it put you down sometimes seeing not many women are in tech? Usually it's a male-dominated field. Like, so instance, like with Elon Musk, with Tesla, companies also like Google as well, and Boston Robotics, which is also, well, they do AI robotics and stuff. So what's your opinion about that?
Do you wanna?
No, Jasmine was wrong.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
No, I'm not shy. For me, some of the challenges, I mean, it can be challenging. I mean, it can be challenging. It's just, for me, sometimes males, some of them, not all of them, because there are a lot of supportive males out there. But some will try to intimidate you because you're young and you're a woman. It's not easy. It's really not easy. In any industry, really, it's not easy. But for me, it's like an interesting challenge to say, okay, let me prove you wrong. But really, you're doing it for yourself. You're saying, okay, I'm actually going against all odds to, say, okay, this is what I can do. And this is the problems I solve. This is the value I add. So yeah, yes, it's known as a male-dominated industry, but even in that narrative alone, like we need to just, work towards having a more positive narrative and just inspire more youth, more women, young women to say, listen here, don't let your gender define you. Don't look in the mirror and think, oh my word, I'm a woman, there's these limitations. Think of your gifts. Stick to the positives, stick to the strengths, and expand them, amplify them.
I think going off what Jasmine is saying, I think it's really important for us as well, because we're in this environment. It's important for us to, inspire young people to be the best version of themselves that they possibly can, and feel comfortable within themselves and confident with themselves enough, to push themselves hard and be in the same position or even higher than where we are. They can shoot for the stars.
Absolutely.
I definitely do agree with that. I think it doesn't matter what gender you are, what you identify as. If you are able to do the job with the full potential you have, with full strength you have, then, you should be good in life. That should be the basis. For me, I'm a big car fanatic, big petrol head, as some of you may know here. So like some women in racing, some of them are way better than some of the male drivers. Like even some, growing as if I was thinking that old man mentality style, some women, I'm the best driver out there, better than a woman. But nowadays it's all different now. Anyone can be anything or do anything they want to. So, this question has been on my mind for a while now. If you had to inspire someone using tech, how would you do it? Would it be through AI, through coding, or through anything?
Okay,
Yeka?
I'm gonna give you an honest answer. It would be through music, because I'm a musician, singer and instrumentalist, and I think producing music, making music, something that makes people happy, something that provokes an emotion in people, and I think it's really important, to use tech to do that. And sorry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I just want to ask you a question. So on that point of using music to motivate people, which I love that idea. It's amazing to hear that. What type of genre or what would be your target audience for that to actually happen?
You know what? For me personally, I'm an all around the place musician, but if I had to choose, it would probably be pop or punk.
Ooh, fancy girl, kill it.
Nice. One of my favorite genres, pop.
What about you, Jasmine? How would you change what's the word I use again? Inspire. Thank you. I have a really bad memory. Inspire someone through tech.
No, that's a very interesting question, hey? Because I've never been asked that question. It's so refreshing. As I'm thinking about
Refreshing like lemonade.
You're so funny, Emil. So now I'm just thinking, for me, it's through visuals.
So what would that be like an
TV
animation?
and TV and graphics. People are very visual creatures.
Yeah.
And even as Yocha said, music is also one of the major ways that people connect, that people resonate with information. That's why the music industry is such a huge one. So she's chosen a really great channel to inspire people, really, honestly speaking. And for me, I would say videos. So that's on television, that's on, social media, and then especially for social media graphics, things on the billboards. For me, especially things we see outside when we're driving around, billboards and all that stuff. So yeah, I would say that.
Okay, great. To be honest, I would say graphical stuff is good, but it also depends on your target market. For example, again, I'm gonna use me as an example. I'm a petrol head, right? So Lamborghini recently released a new video for the Countach. I fell in love with it because it showed an old car looking very modern, using tech, using new lights and everything. So that would attract someone like me. For example, someone Yeka would look at that and be like, man, it's just a car. For me, I see it as something else. So I think with that field, you're gonna probably want to look at, who your target audience would be for that. So it's a good place, but personally, the way I feel I could probably motivate someone through tech is with cars. And I have an explanation why. It's example, Tesla. You take Tesla, for example. Granted, I don't like them. I'll explain later on or a different episode if I feel like it. The idea is good. The concept of an electric car driving by itself, doing all this with just a battery and just programming. That for me is an amazing idea, but I think that as a base model can be improved later on. For example, you could take something like a big company like Audi, which they're making most of the cars electric now, like the new e-tron and the new I think it's the new QA that's going to be electric as well. Stuff like that. So if you can change someone's view of something so simple like a car to make it something electrical and that's innovative, then I think you've won something over. Now it's your turn to guys ask me questions because I feel like I'm taking over most of this.
No, you actually hosting this very
You
well.
guys don't mind have a sweet, right?
No, not
Oh,
at
go
all.
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the environment we're in. It's very inclusive. Lets people just be who they are. It takes out the best in people. But yeah, I feel like you are spearheading this really well, Emil. Thank
Oh
you.
God, this
Thank
thing
you.
is slimy. I'm so sorry, but like I just bit into a Mentos. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a solid thing. Nah,
Oh
there's
no,
like,
it's gum.
but it's so gooey. It just like spilled out.
I'm so sorry. No, you're
it's
good.
okay,
You're
it's
good.
okay.
You're good.
No, I'm good. But so working with EPF, what are a couple things you could think you want to change? Like, implement into the hackathon to make it more, like youth friendly, more vibrant, more. I guess more like not like a party sense, but like kind of give it a vibe. Like, if you come over, you're gonna have so much fun. Also, next week is the hackathon, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So-
yeah.
Thanks, sound effect guy. You're great. So next week, what I'm gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing the podcast again. We're gonna be live streaming it.
Oh,
Thanks to the great
hard.
ideas of the sound guy.
Nice.
And then we're gonna be kind of doing like a radio shows bit that I'm gonna be working around. But like I said, what would you guys want to change, or what do you guys want to implement to the hackathons to make it more, I guess, more youth, more vibrant, all that?
We definitely want to expand our market. We want to get more youth involved in this. That's what I want to see. I don't want to.
But how would you get more youth involved? Would that be with marketing?
Yes,
or...
through marketing. We want more people to talk about this. We want to expand our marketing channels. We want to amplify the existing channels as well. So that's definitely what I want to see, honestly speaking.
And see, you guys have passion for these hackathons.
Yes.
You guys are bringing up like youth, guys from like, let's say, underprivileged homes or from areas they can't get like that much good education from. Well, I wouldn't say education. Most of you guys are, really brilliant. Like guys who don't have that many opportunities in life to, go out on the world and explore. And you guys are giving them that. So Yika, when will you be singing at one of these hackathons?
I think given the opportunity, I will 100% do it. No
Well,
questions asked.
Next week is your lucky week because just so we don't get copyrighted, I'm gonna be playing music from people in the office, like Sanella, who's somewhere in the office.
Right.
He's gonna let me play his music, so I can just play your music off here
I mean,
next week.
that would be great. Thank
But
you
I'll
so
be on
much.
the live stream, won't be on a speaker or anything, but everyone will be able to view it on the stream though.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So you guys have any other questions? Like for me, like you guys, I don't want to be talking all the time. Granted, it's a Friday. People want to go get drunk. Not me.
So why do you like tech?
Why do I like tech?
Why are you passionate about it? Why is it so important for you to be in this space that we are in? Because we're all in the same, sort of tech space. Yeah.
Like I guess for me, it started from a young age. Ever since I was young, I liked taking apart like old stuff, like an old like CD player stuff, seeing how it works. But more on the hardware side, not software. So, for example, I used to fix a lot of people's PCs here, like Kia, when she used to work
I
here.
remember that.
Yeah, like I saw the PCs over there. I'm gonna salvage those parts now because the RAM card's still good in there.
Wow.
And I'll be putting in my little bad boy down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just from a young age, I've always loved to see how things work. My idea is if you know how something works, you'll, next week might be better. Like before this whole podcast thing, when I started off, I think, was it the beginning of this year or something? When I had
Really?
my own one. Yeah, like I learned how to do everything from scratch, set up the whole thing myself. And yeah, like, I guess also the other reason I like tech is because it gives people hope and it gives people a chance to believe in something greater and actually work
Beautiful.
towards something.
That's actually really beautiful. That's actually very beautiful.
Do you think your dad has had like any influence on like any of
Oh
your
yeah, no,
interests and-
definitely. Like the car thing, he had a major influence on me. Because I know, like, the one fact I always remember, he was talking to one of his friends and he said that he loves V8s, and, like, oh, yes. But also to do with this whole office space, when we were just starting off, like, the little space all the way in the front by the main entrance, just used to be those couple desks, and that was it. And then we expanded, PayPoint came with their POS device, I learned how to use that, learned the inner workings. And then VisualSoft, when they came a while back to partner with us, I learned how each of the device works, like their alerts, which is a really good device, which we'll talk about in the next episode. Shameless plug. They're like all those devices, even with the RFID. Hilton, when he was still around here, he took me to Vodacom World or Voda World, whatever how you say
Yeah,
it.
Voda World.
Voda World, right? It's that big
I
one.
used to work there, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we went there. We helped them install the RFID panels in the floor and the ceiling.
Wow.
And that way I learned how RFID works, how antennas work, how connection,
Nice.
how a certain wire can affect the entire thing.
So I can actually pick your brain later. I've always wanted to learn more about RFID.
Again, just when you say picking your brain, I don't know why my brain goes like to like the Hannibal Lecter scene. If you guys know which one I'm talking about, it's like where he just starts picking out the guy's brain and eating him. Like, nope. I guess. Oh shit.
I love your passion for tech and how you just, let your passion and your fire for it drive you to get things done.
Yeah, I know,
you're
like-
good with your hands, really.
Yeah, I know. Like a lot of people say my handyman, but when I heard that we wanted to do an EPF podcast, I was like, I'm doing that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I really want to do that because it feels like a field I could actually do and actually kind of like make my own child and make it grow.
Yeah, please go for it. This already is amazing. I encourage you, Emil. You're always such a great, company to have here.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
So-
Even though I'm a bit slow at times, like I said, I'm like a turtle. I get there eventually.
Hey, you're good. You're
Take
good.
some
Yeah,
time. Get there eventually. We'll take our own speed.
No one ever associates you with slowness.
Oh
That's
no,
for
that's
sure.
that's me. I use it as a joke, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Like I know I'm a false learner when it comes to certain things. I might sometimes feel like a turtle. I guess one random question.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to describe yourself as an animal,
Right.
what was that supposed to be?
No. Go ahead.
Jasmine, if you had to describe yourself as an animal, what would it be?
I like dolphins.
Oh, intelligent creatures.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that drew me to them because I was always like a smart kid in school. So it's like something that I could relate to. And they're pretty and they're my favorite color, blue. I know they're not really always blue. That's just how they show
you also
them on.
get like different species. as
Yeah, you
well,
get
but-
different species, but I like the blue ones. Those sky blue. Sky blue is my favorite color, and they're so smooth, and they always look like they're smiling. Also, and
Yeah.
they're associated. They're always associated with the sunlight. They're always associated when they come out of the water, and then it's always something so happy that they associated. So I relate with dolphins. I think I would be a dolphin. Really, I love dolphins.
Fun fact about dolphins.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yeah.
So fun fact about dolphins, they have two stomachs.
Yeah.
What?
You want to hear another fun fact
What?
about dolphins?
That's crazy. I actually
Wait.
didn't know that.
You want to hear another fun fact about dolphins? So you know pufferfish, right? Dolphins will, on purpose, inflate pufferfish just to get high off its fumes.
And there's been fun facts with dolphins.
Okay,
I think if I had to choose one, it would be a fox.
Ooh.
No particular reason, really.
Style like a fox.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
I'm
But
interested to hear why you
they're
chose
very,
fox.
I don't know, like very mysterious. Like
Yeah.
you don't
Speaking
really
on
know
animals,
much about
Yeah,
foxes.
they're not predictable.
what does
Yeah.
the fox say?
I thought we left that back in like 2000.
But now speaking about animals, do you think us as, I guess, humans can integrate technology with animals? Not saying we put technology on animals,
Right.
because I know like some people when they do research for animals, they put in like tracking chips, like well they're certain one will clip it on the fin or see like the cycle of a dolphin or even a fox and see how far they travel per day, per month, see what they do and everything. So do you think we could use tech and animals together to better the world?
I guess so. Like thinking for like home pets, domestic pets. Knowing like people like me whose dogs decide to escape all the time, it'd be great to have like a tracker on my dog if he goes missing, or like a tracker
yeah,
on
yeah.
any of my
Yes.
pets, or if they're feeling sick, it would be like very helpful for like vet visits, because I love my dogs. I would do anything for my dogs. So and it would be helpful to have like a device that tells you, oh, your dog isn't feeling too well, or there's
Or an
something that
app
we're
even, like a online sort of storage system, medical record for dogs
Yeah.
and cats and all that.
Can I plug something real quick?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure,
So,
sure.
fun fact, one of the companies in our tech hub, WIP Group, actually has something called remote patient monitoring, RPM systems.
Oh.
So they bring together this tech and ICT in order to monitor patients remotely. So cutting time and everything. So right now it's used for humans, but imagine getting a chance to put into the veterinary space. Just like just in the game. And that's me, some guy.
Thank you for that input. It's great to have you here with us as well. Hey.
So I know with EPF, you guys have okay, you guys can sort that out later. I don't know what's going on. But I guess I know you guys have 10 key challenges. Would you guys like to talk more about that?
Yes, absolutely. Our mandate at Empire Partner Foundation is to solve 10 key public sector issues of South Africa and Africa as a whole. We conducted a research in 2018 looking at what are the 10 most pressing challenges that we face on a daily basis. Reason why we are targeting these issues is because they affect all of us. They affect all of us. And even if something doesn't affect you directly, it will affect you somehow.
So for the audience that don't know about us or anything, you guys want to tell them what those 10 key challenges are?
Yes, absolutely. So we have water, energy, healthcare, education, agriculture, rural development, unemployment, yes, transportation, housing, and safety.
Okay, great.
So we use technology, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. So and I know that for the hackathons, you guys had how many hackathons so far?
9.
9, and then for each of those, which problems have you solved with the hackathons in correlation with the 10 key challenges?
Yes, absolutely. So the first hackathon we had was Vidley IT.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the company that was formulated. Because what happens at the hackathons is we give them a problem statement within that sector issue that they solve using tech, and then the winners of the hackathon, because it's an event with about 40 participants.
I know Vidley IT. I know them well.
Yeah. No, they're quite good. And the winners go into INCUB and they become digital entrepreneurs. So Vidley IT won the water hackathon, where they came up with a system that is able to measure the water metrics for the municipality. And then we also had a youth unemployment hackathon where they solved the problem of youth getting employed, the problem of youth having access to procurement opportunities in municipality. And they came up with this wonderful app that lets you, it's a platform where you apply for jobs, and it's high quality. You can apply for tenders and all that sort of information. So it's really nice.
What I want to know is, like, from those 9 hackathons you had so far, would you say that those 9 that are in the incubation hub, are they doing well? Are those problems being solved day by day or month by month?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeka like to answer? So you're being a bit quiet there. I want to give you some spotlight as well.
I mean, it's a step-by-step process, a bi-weekly
Oh, okay.
process, and I think with these kids, with these developers, they're able to find themselves in this space and help us help them build these solutions on a bi-weekly. It's a step-by-step process. No rush, but we do it to get shit done, to get things done.
It's okay. We allow like 1 or 2 words to come out.
We cannot.
I'm just joking about that. Everyone, that's a joke. So, do you think with this incubation hub, do you think it will help with many problems in South Africa, or the one that they're mainly focusing on?
I think from the ones that we focus on, we can move and evolve from there, and take on more issues. After we figured these ones out, then we can expand and figure out what else we can do.
So this is a question both of you.
Right?
What's the one problem or one thing you see in South Africa that you wouldn't mind fixing, but using tech? Be it like looting, rioting, the unemployment, which is already a thing, but two ones that you are close to your heart that you wouldn't mind solving with tech.
Educating youth on how to treat each other. For me, that is one I'm passionate about, because especially for gender-based violence, even for women in general, how they see themselves, like the self-esteem thing. So it's, for me, it's mostly mental. It's a mental health thing, because an issue doesn't just come out of nowhere. If somebody
It's how you're raised. That's just what I say.
Not just that. It's the people around you, the things that your environment that affect a lot of what goes on in your head, a lot of what you feel.
So for me, I'm a huge advocate for mental health, but not as just a uniform thing. For me, it's not something you must just go into when you're older, because when someone does something, it comes from somewhere. Doesn't matter what you do. When you, if I can even give an example with gender-based violence, when somebody hits another human being, that anger, it comes from somewhere. So now they are projecting it through a very negative channel. So it's about people working through their childhood traumas, people working through whatever makes them upset, so they don't project them in a negative way. It's if you're a happy person, if you are someone who has a good life, a good relationship with your family and friends, it's hard for you to lash out. It's hard for you, and I'm not actually minimizing people having those emotions, because we are humans at the end of the day. We're not robots. We can be angry, but let's channel those anger. Let's channel the sadness in the right channels. We're not saying don't have them, but channel them in the right way. Don't channel them through like a person or a young child or a woman. So for me, it's about educating these youth, and it's frustrating to see.
Sorry.
And it's frustrating to see. It's frustrating to see as solving gender-based violence as a wounding, mending the wounds of the victims, as empowering women. I don't see what the point is. Empowering women is very good, but if that's all we're doing, we're not solving anything, really. I mean, how can you keep you empower 5 women, a group of 5 women, but then what about the people who cause the pain? What do you do with those people? So now we're targeting the justice system. Now we're targeting the environment that mostly men grow up in. Why are they acting this way? Let's go to that route. Let's not just take the woman and then say, oh, you've been hurt, let's mend your wound so you can carry on with life. What about the next group of women? You see what I'm saying?
I can see you're really passionate.
I'm very passionate about it.
It's really nice. Yeka, your take on it.
I think going off of what Jasmine is saying, I think, especially when it comes to mental health, South Africans don't necessarily take it very seriously, because it's not something that I've personally heard that we have time for, or we've got other things to worry about. When in actual fact, the one thing that people should be worrying about is themselves and their minds, and what goes into their minds, what comes out of their mouths when they speak, what's coming from their minds.
Yeah.
Especially in the case of Black fathers.
Oh yeah.
Right? They experience trauma, but they feel like they have to put on a front and be strong for their families, be strong for other people. And once their trauma and everything becomes too much, they lash out on people and things just come out, and it gets really, really bad. And then at that point, there's so many people that have been damaged because of the root problem not being fixed. Going off of what Jasmine is saying. So I think it's really important for us to tackle the issue from where it stems from.
No, 100%.
Beautiful.
Guys, I will say this has been a great first episode. Really happy with it. Guys, this is the first episode of the EPF.
Tech Bunch.
So
you won't know the name.
It's called Techie Bunch. It's called Techie Bunch. Okay. I just have bad memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Awesome.
That was a great first episode. We're gonna be doing one once every week. Except for next week, we're gonna do the hackathon, which will be a 2-day thing, Saturday and Sunday on the
28th and 29th.
Thank you, sound
What are your
guy.
dates?
Go on, dude. I can't bad memory. Thank you, sound guy. Thank you, sound guy. Jesus Christ. Thank you guys for listening in. You can find us on YouTube for now. Sooner or later, we'll be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other platforms. We'll let you know. Great. Bye.